Hello everyone! So I have another video that I'm going to do in collaboration with Arteza. They sent me some more products. I'm so excited to work with these. They sent me some acrylic paints and fabric markers. And so I thought I would use some of my newer CARABELLE stamps. And I wasn't sure if I showed all of you the new stamps that were released back in September. So I'm just showing you a quick overview of those stamps that launched, and I had this kind of steampunk theme going on as you can see. And yeah, these were really fun to create with. You guys know me, I love whimsical surrealism, that sort of thing, and so that's kind of what my stamps reflect. But I think I'm going to, for like the next launch, just as like a little hint, maybe do something more vintage. So anyway, what I thought I would do is I have these grungy old pants. These are my paint pants. And I thought it would be kind of fun to spruce them up a little bit with some of my artwork. So I'm going to take one of my stamp designs, or maybe I might take a few of them and just kind of stamp a few on there, not sure, and use these Arteza fabric markers to illustrate on my jeans. So that's kind of like my idea that I have right now. And these markers, so I've already used them. And of course, you know, this is a voiceover, so we're kind of going back in time here. But I can tell you that these were absolutely wonderful to work with. The main reason why, and you will see, I'm going to show you, is they have this fine tip, which makes it really nice for doing detail work. And then on the other end, you have a more broad nib on the other end there. But these were so much fun to use. And so if you're wanting to create something like, I don't know, anything with fabric and, you know, do some artwork on fabric, these markers are absolutely wonderful. And then I have these acrylic paint sets that they sent me. And I can say the one amazing thing with Arteza is their packaging. Their packaging is pretty awesome, because wait till you see how these all came packaged. As you can see, there's a color chart on the back, and it ranges everything from your warm tones into your neutrals, and then your cool tones, and so forth. So these all came in these wonderful stackable trays, which I loved. And the tube size was perfect. Like, they weren't too big, it didn't take up a lot of space, and then look at all these amazing colors that you get. So they have them all laid out. You can grab a pan of them, and you have, as you can see, you have some warm tones, you have your cool tones in the blues, greens, golds, reds, and so forth. And in using these, being an acrylic artist, I mean, this is my medium right here. This is what I love. This is what I've known for most of my life and what I've worked with. This was so much fun to be able to go back and work with acrylics. I've been working with watercolors lately, so I thought I would use these and use the fabric markers and kind of work with them both. And I'm not sure how this is all going to work, because I don't normally paint on fabric, but I thought it'd be really fun to kind of dress up my grungy old jeans. And I plan on sealing the acrylic paint that I put on the fabric with some fabric Mod Podge to seal it, so I'll see how that works. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and yeah, let's get started. I'll show you how wonderful these products are, the fabric markers and the acrylic paints by Arteza. Okay, so I thought that I would start with some of these rusty colors, browns, and so forth. And what I did is I stamped one of my images onto some muslin cloth. And so I thought that I would do the moth section and paint that in some of these green, browns, and blue tones. So these are the colors that I think I'm going to pull from. And I'm just going to start with some acrylics, and then I'll probably go over with some of the fabric markers. And I am using the Arteza water brushes to paint the acrylic paint onto the muslin fabric there. The one thing I really liked about these acrylics when I was working with them is they have a really nice consistency. They're not too thick, and they were easy to blend. And just, I thought overall, especially for painting on fabric, which is not the easiest surface to paint on, especially if you don't have it primed first, it just performed really good. I mean, the color is vibrant, and it just was easy to work with. I really liked these paints. I mean, the price point, they're very affordable. This is a great set to pick up. Again, you're getting such an array of colors, and the size of the tubes, you know, you're getting plenty of paint. I found you don't need a lot of paint. A little bit goes a long way. So overall, I really enjoyed working with these acrylic paints. And I'm really curious to see how the fabric markers work in combination with the acrylic paints. So that'll be interesting to see. But I think for now, I'm just going to turn on some music and let you guys kind of just follow along here. I'm going to do a time lapse of how I color more of this in, and then I'll be back to show you all how I'm going to plan out painting my grungy jeans. got to see a quick preview of how the fabric markers and the acrylic paints worked together on the muslin fabric. As you could see, really easy to work with, vibrant color. Love, love, love both the acrylic paints and the fabric markers. The fabric markers were wonderful for doing the detail work and just adding that vibrant pop of color. So now I'm going to take and apply that same method using the acrylic paints and the fabric markers to my jeans here. And I'm going to take this stamp it in some black archival ink. And again, I'm not going to use any sort of gesso or medium to prime with first. I'm just going to use the paints, the Arteza products. So I'm going to turn some music back on and hope you all enjoy. Okay, so that was way too much fun. I had so much fun painting her onto my jeans. Now, I did find out that I probably should have used like gesso or some sort of primer. I should have primed the surface because I had to use quite a few layers of paint. It just kept absorbing down into my jeans. And so I had to keep reapplying my layers of paint, as you probably saw. However, I did find that the material, because I was applying the paint and the water, it was damp enough to keep my acrylics from drying out too fast. And so it made it easy to work with the acrylic paints and be able to blend and mix in other colors. And I loved that. I loved being able to have more time to work with the acrylics before they dried out onto my jeans. So that I found was very easy if you decide that you want to try something like this on fabric. If you make sure that your fabric has enough dampness to it, you might want to spray it with water and so forth. It will keep it to where you can have more time to work with those acrylics on your fabric. So now what I'm doing is I decided to take some of Anna's stamps. I love these stamps that she did. When I first saw Anna come out with these, oh my gosh, it was like love at first sight. I had to have them. And well, I'm fortunate enough that because I get to work with all these amazing artists at CARABELLE, and CARABELLE is generous enough to send me all these amazing stamps. Yeah, I had to use these specific ones with my whole theme that I had going on with the steampunked butterflies and moths, and I thought these would tie in really good. So I'm just stamping these onto a piece of muslin. I do plan on cutting them out, and I thought I would make appliques for my jeans. And what you're not seeing in the video, or what I have not shown yet, is I did try on another pair of jeans because I wanted to do a couple pairs. I thought I would wear these at Creativation. Anyhow, I thought that I would get my gel press out, and I haven't used my gel press enough as it is, and I go full-blown experiment on my jeans, and it turned out terrible. Like, it's so bad. I couldn't even show. Well, I'm probably gonna have to show because I'm gonna take some lace and apply that over my huge mess that I created on my jeans. But yeah, that'll come later. So now you can see I have these beautiful stamped butterflies and dragonflies on this piece of muslin, and you can see all that wonderful detail that's picked up even with me stamping it on fabric. I decided that I would start with the acrylics. It was so much fun to be able to work with acrylics again. It's been a while, and as I've said before, acrylics was my medium. I mean, that's my medium as an artist. And so, yeah, I decided to pick this beautiful teal color. And then I'm going to probably tie in more blues, and I just want kind of a multicolored butterfly here. Okay, so as you can see, near the center of the butterfly, I'm keeping my paint thicker to create a darker color. And then I'm just thinning it out with some water towards the edge of the wing to give it more of a transparent look. And here's where I decided to add in some of that blue, and I'll probably take and add in some teal as well. I want that teal bluish color going through the top part of the wing. And then the bottom part of the wing, I decided to use some creamy pink colors, going the opposite end of the color wheel. I love to work with colors that contrast in that way I'm a very contrast type of artist. I am not monochromatic. I love contrast, and so I tend to pick up colors from opposite ends of the color wheel and use them together, as you see me doing here. And I love this color combination, the teals, the pinks, purples. I love those colors. And again, I thought, you know, with these colors, they're going to be placed on that dark blue denim. So that was something else that I had to keep in mind, making sure that I don't use colors that are going to just blend into that denim color. And I chose these more vibrant colors. And I don't know, when you think butterflies and dragonflies, I like to think of them, you know, having those really pretty colors. Now I find out later on, and I didn't realize this, that Arteza acrylic paint set that I showed you in the beginning of the video, it does have different sorts of paints in there. So there's some mica paints. Mica paints, and what I mean by that is they contain mica, so like a metallic gold. It has a shimmer to it. And I think there was a copper brown, gold, silver, and so I didn't realize that, and I was really excited to see that they offered those colors in the set, and I am going to incorporate those into some of my butterflies and dragonflies to create that kind of shimmer effect. And now you see me using my new favorite tool, this black fabric pen. Oh my gosh, I love this for detail work. It is wonderful because that nib, that fine tip nib, allows you to do more of this really, you know, fine detail work. Now, because the fabric is still wet, you can see bleeding happening. And so I'm going in and adding some white to just define some of those edges a little more and create some highlights as well. Now, that would be something wonderful if there was a fabulous white fabric marker that you could use, like you see me using with the acrylic paints here. Oh my gosh, I'd be set. I would just need like black and white markers are something I have to have. You know, that's where you add in those fine details with your black liner pen and then add in your highlights. You have to have the black and white markers in your arsenal of art supplies. It's a staple item. You have to have it. So I now have the black fabric marker pen, but there's no real white fabric marker pen that came with it, so I had to go back and pull out my white acrylic paint, which that's probably my go-to in most anything I use because it's opaque enough to where it stands out and I get those beautiful highlights in my works that I create. So you can see I was using the blue fabric marker and now I'm using the pink, and it's wonderful. I mean, it's so easy to use these. Just to look at the color, it just pops. I mean, you get this beautiful vibrant color. They're so easy to use. These are so much fun, you guys. I'm telling you, these are so much fun to work with. I will be playing with these quite a bit because textiles right now are pretty big in the craft industry, whether you're into quilting or sewing or whatever it might be, paper crafting, gone textile, for journal makers, all of us journal makers. How fun, again, to create these beautiful covers or textile elements to your journals and be able to, take a stamp and paint on it and just give this added, beautiful work of art that you did, add it to your card or journal or whatever it is that you're going to be working, mixed media. So many things that you can do with this. Or if you're a quilt maker, what if you stamped and painted these and created these little squares, and you, oh my God, how beautiful would that be? You could do this beautiful wall hanging. So many different things that you can do. So yeah, I'm gonna be having way too much fun. I'm going to be doing my jeans, and then I picked up this suede leather coat at a thrift store. I loved the style of it, and I thought it'd be really cool to paint the back of it. So that's something I have on my list of things to do, and that I want to do a video on. I'm way behind on my videos, as always. These take so much work, the editing. Oh. Well, what you guys didn't get to see is I hit a button in Premiere Pro, and I don't know what I did, but I lost my entire video. I spent, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours doing the editing, adding the music, you know, all of it, and I had it almost done, and then with just one little, I don't even know what I did, it was just gone. All of it, everything. You know, and most of us would want to like cry. I wanted to cry, but before I started to cry, I thought I'd go on YouTube and see if anybody else happened to do what I did, and I found out I was not alone, and I was able to find a way to retrieve most of what I had done. So not all of it, but most of it. But it all takes time, like the learning curve. I'm one of those who I have to just dive in to something and figure it out. As far as sitting and reading instructions or having the patience to watch tutorials, you know, like you're all doing now with watching me paint. I don't have the patience. I try to make these really interesting. That's why I do the editing. I don't know. Maybe sometimes, I'm sure, well, I know because I can look and see how long watch times are on each video. It's getting better. I try to make them more entertaining for sure. I look at some of my old videos and oh my gosh, if I could just go back and redo a lot of those, because I was pretty camera shy, but after you do this for a little while, yeah, you get a little more comfortable, and it becomes easier for sure. But I'm still learning this whole Premiere Pro thing. You know, like the cuts in the music, I'm sure you can hear they're really abrupt. And to take time to figure out how to fade it all nicely and have these perfect videos, well, I haven't quite got there to where I can squeeze in that time yet. I will get it perfected more and more. But for now, you know, this is what it is. This is the best that I can do, and I do hope you guys enjoy the videos. I've been reading all your comments, every single one. I try to heart every single one just to let you guys know, because I don't have time to reply to everything. But I do try to heart it to let you know that I read your comment, and the feedback is wonderful. So I really appreciate those comments. Please keep them coming. Let me know how you're enjoying the videos. And it seems like from what I'm reading, you're learning a lot, and that's the whole goal of doing these videos, is so you can learn. And yeah, and at the same time, it allows me time to be able to sit and actually play. And I love this. I mean, this video was a lot of fun because it was new for me. Painting on fabric is not something I normally do, and to see the result on my jeans, you know, this one of my stamp designs on my jeans, all painted and everything. Oh, it was so much fun, and I can't wait to add more to my jeans, you know, add more painted designs to them, and then be able to show you all my little masterpiece of works on my jeans. I mean, just how fun, right? Okay, so I'm painting the dragonfly, and then I think after this I'm going to cut them out and call it good. My main goal with this video is just to show you how wonderful it was to work with the Arteza acrylic paints and the fabric markers. Just, I love them. I don't really have many cons I just, other than I wish they had a white fabric marker, but the fabric markers, I love them. And the acrylic paints, love them. I mean, the size of the tubes were perfect, and I loved all the beautiful colors that came in the set, and the price. You cannot beat the price. These are so affordable for the quality that you're getting now. I'm not going to say that these are the top of the line professional quality acrylic paints that I was using. I don't know enough about fabric markers to really say, but you can see with the fabric markers, rich, vibrant, beautiful colors. The nibs seem to hold up while working on denim, and that's a pretty rough fabric and just easy to work with. So, I mean, yes, I loved both the acrylics and the fabric markers, and I think for the price, you cannot go wrong. And just way too much fun. Way too much fun to play with these. So again, I'll finish up here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave the comments. Please continue to leave me those, leave feedback. I read them, I do, and it really helps me in moving forward with more videos. Requests, if you have any requests of videos you'd like to see. Now I know I have that journal still, the giveaway. I have not forgotten. It just, things keep popping up that I have to do. And I can't just rush something to get it done and then just get it out and not be happy with it. I mean, that's like one thing with being an artist. You just, like you've heard it, you cannot rush art. You truly can't. I mean, I guess you could, but maybe some people can, and it still looks out like, it turns out amazing. I cannot do that. I mean, well, sometimes by luck, maybe, but in general, normally, it takes time. So what I thought I would do is continue with working on fabric and implement it on the journal. Somehow, some way. To where it ties in, a vintage feel that ties in with maybe the Jane theme or some sort of vintage theme. But that's my plan. So anyway, yeah, it's coming. It is coming. I can say what's coming up next as far as videos is I had In Love Arts contact me to see if I would be interested in trying some of her dyes. So she sent me some dyes, and I will be doing a video on that next. And then I hope to do the journal. I'm going to get it done. Okay, so I have a few of these painted out. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these and just show you all a little preview of what I have planned next for these. You will get to see my mad creation of what I did to my jeans. I really need to get my gel press out and work with it a little more to become more familiar with how it works on different textures. Yeah, the whole jean thing, as I said, it did not work really good. Maybe there's a tip or something that you can all leave me if you've ever tried that. Yeah, I would be curious to maybe experiment with it a little more, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so here is you can see on my jeans. So I did take and apply some white paint over the area that I did with the gel press, hoping it would make it look better, but it didn't. It did not make it look better. It actually made it look it made it look worse. But I think some lace can maybe take care of that, and I'm hoping that's my plan. Oh, and there was one other video that I do have in the works. I did finally break down, and I got a brother scan and cut. Yeah, as you know, I've designed all these easy cuts, so I thought I would see how it would work, and I learned some things. I learned that when I created the easy cuts, I had some of the images too close together, so that created an issue when it went to scan it and cut it. I needed them placed a little further apart. And yeah, so I might go back and readjust some of those if I can find some time to do that. I would like to do that, especially for those of you who like to use the scan and cut for the easy cuts, because it just made it so easy. It was so nice. I mean, you just slide it in and you hit a few buttons, it scans it, it cuts it. Oh my God. Like, I don't know why I didn't get one a long time ago. They're wonderful. And they're so wonderful. I did get my mom one. I know she won't watch this far into the video, so I think I can safely say I did get her one, but she told me not to get one because she didn't have space for it, but she got one. She's gonna kill me. You know, sometimes I would have to say daughter knows best. Yes, there are times where we know best for our moms. Okay, so anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot from it. This video was just a blast. I had so much fun with it. So yeah, I will be working on more videos and launching more soon. So if you liked, as always, hit the thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already so you can get notifications of when new videos come out. And as always, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. I love all of you and have a great day.